There is still time to correct this most grievous misunderstanding, Mr. Carter. The Dagger of Amon must be returned to Egypt.
Stay out of my way, or I'll thrash you within an inch of your life.
Surely you can find a way to accommodate everybody's wishes.
Who are you to tell me what I can do with my own property?
Your property? What authority did you have?
The authority of the Egyptian Antiquities Service. So if you don't like it, I suggest you waddle on back to Egypt and complain to your own government.
Would it not be better to work this out diplomatically?
This isn't a case for diplomacy. It's a case for your acceptance of the situation.
It is not just my acceptance at issue, Mr. Carter. Frankly, some of our people are quite upset, moved to take drastic measures if need be.
Are you threatening me, you malodorous little man?
Mr. Carter, there are some who would rather fight back than allow their country to be stripped of its national treasures.
Any fat savage who lays a finger on my exhibit, or threatens me, will find himself in deep trouble. Do I make myself clear?
As clear as the water of the oasis, Mr. Carter.
Be careful with that steamer trunk, young man. It's exceedingly valuable.
It sure is heavy, Mr. Carrington. You got gold bars in here or something?
The contents of my trunk are not your concern. Now be a good lad and take it to my taxi. The Countess is waiting.
New Orleans, 1 week later.
Are you sure you've got everything?
Yes, Daddy.
You've got Sam's address at the paper?
Yes, Daddy.
You've got the money I gave you?
Yes, Daddy. Don't worry.
Put some money in your shoe. New York's a big city, and there's a lot of crime there.
Look, I'm going straight to the paper. What could possibly go wrong?
Let me give you a little more money, just in case.
Dad, I've got to go.
Godspeed, Laura. Call me as soon as you get there.
I'll be fine, Dad. I'm going to make you proud of me.
I already am, honey.
Excuse me, dear, are you a secretary?
Actually, I'm starting a new job as a reporter for the New York Daily Register News Tribune. My name's Laura Bow.
How nice. I'm Irmgard. Is this your first trip to the big city?
Am I that obvious? How could you tell?
By the way you keep glancing out the window, dear. I did the same thing the first time I came to New York. The tall buildings, the people rushing around, it was all so exciting. Then I stepped off the train and got mugged.
How awful!
It's the New York experience. Thank you, dear. You're very kind. I've enjoyed traveling with you.
Do you need any help getting home?
No, dear. I'll be fine. Thank you.
You're sure you'll be okay?
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodness gracious! My suitcase!
Can you spare a dime, miss?
Certainly, sir. I'm always ready to help those who are less fortunate.
Well, that's just peachy. Give me all your money then.
Excuse me?
Hand it over.
This seems very unfair.
Welcome to New York, kid.
I'm not gonna let a little bad luck ruin my day. Hello, New York. Laura Bow has arrived. My destiny awaits. Nothing can stop me now. I really want to thank you for hiring me, Mr. Augustini.
For hiring you? I don't even know who you are.
I'm Laura Bow. I believe you know my father, John Bow.
Ah, John Bow's daughter. Now I remember. How is he?
He's fine, and he says hello. He wanted to know if you still had that newspaper clipping on your wall about the explosion of the Hindenburg building in New Orleans.
Yes, your father was the first cop on the scene of the explosion, and he let me into the wreckage so I could cover it for the paper. I rescued Rupert Hindenburg from his burning office, wrote about it, and made a name for myself as a reporter. I owe John a lot for that. Think you could handle being a reporter for a big city paper?
I'll do my best, sir.
We usually just hire men for this job. It's rough out there, and you're kinda small.
I can do it, Mr. Augustini. Just give me a chance.
All right, as a favor to my old pal John, but I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
Thank you, sir.
For your first assignment, I want you to write about a burglary. Some kind of fancy knife was stolen from the Leyendecker Museum. I'll arrange for you to attend the fundraiser at 7 o'clock tonight for their new Egyptian exhibit. Everyone will be there. Tell them you're covering the society news so they won't clam up on you.
You won't regret it, sir. I have a nose for news.
Just keep your nose out of trouble. Here's your official notebook and your pencil. It already has Crodfaller's notes in it. Have the story ready by 3 tomorrow or you're out of a job.
Laura Baines, right?
Laura Bow, sir, and I believe you have the advantage.
Crodfaller Rhubarb, ma'am, though you can call me Rube. So I suppose you've already met Sam.
Yes, he's very colorful.
Don't let him shake you. He's tough on the outside, but inside he's got a heart of stone.
I'm sure he... Pardon me? What did you say?
Never mind, just pulling your leg. Why don't you take this desk right here and we'll get you settled in?
That's very kind of you. Mr. Augustini sort of left me on my own. I have to start on this story about a burglary at the Leyendecker Museum.
Crodfolity rhubarb is one of the trib's top. Crodfolity rhubarb is one of the trib's top writers. Among other things, he's in charge of writing obituaries, yet he's also extremely cheerful.
Were you able to get any leads at all about the burglary at the museum?
No, hadn't been working on the story very long. I went to see Detective O'Reilly down at the police station, but he was pretty tight-lipped. I was planning on talking to Ziggy down at the speakeasy. He's a stoolie, usually good for a tidbit or two.
Any other leads I can follow up on?
With due respect, ma'am, it's going to be your byline on the story, not mine.
Point taken, Mr. Crodful... Rube. Where can I find this speakeasy?
Just ask any cab driver. They'll take you there. It's the place disguised as a flower shop.
Is there anything I should know about the Leyendecker Museum?
Yeah, I went down there. I did get that far in the investigation, at least. I met the museum's president, a stodgy old croaker named Archibald Carrington III. Cagey guy, didn't seem overly concerned about the dagger. You might see if you can get a little bit more out of him. I also spoke with a Pippin Carter. Nasty little squirt. He acts like the world owes him a living. Apparently, he's the one who's originally discovered the dagger in Egypt, along with some of the other junk in the exhibit. Now he was hot about the dagger. Took the whole thing like it was a personal stab at him. No pun intended.
Who is Ziggy?
He's what we politely call a stool pigeon. Basically, the guy squeals for cash. Amazing that the guy hasn't had his neck broken by now.
Where can I find this speakeasy?
Just ask any cab driver. They'll take you there. It's the place disguised as a flower shop.
What can you tell me about this Pippin Carter character?
A queer bird, if ever I've met one. Kinda comes across as cultured, yet he's a loudmouth, you know what I mean? He's got a chip on his shoulder the size of the Brooklyn Bridge. He'll try to cut you down, just shake it off. That's what I had to do.
Have you dealt with Detective O'Reilly?
I know he's assigned to the case. I didn't get anything out of him. Maybe you'll have better luck being a lady and all.
This is now your desk. It's very old and looks like it hasn't been cleaned thoroughly in years, but it's sturdy and serviceable. It's the first pencil holder you've ever had as an official member of the Fourth Estate. It looks like an old desk blotter. It looks like an old desk blotter. This is now your... The desk drawer is locked. Don't touch it. You don't know where it's been. You already have plenty of pencils. You only find some lint under the desk blotter. You only find some lint under the desk blotter. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. You peel up a corner of the blotter to reveal a small key. You pick it up and place it in your purse. You unlock the drawer. Unfortunately, the key permanently jams itself in the lock. Let's hope you never want to lock this drawer again. A press pass. It reads, Press. Your pants while you wait. Low-Fats Chinese Laundry, 5858 Broadway Avenue, New York. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Don't touch it. It's a waste paper basket conveniently situated next to the desk. You find a curiously heavy object in the trash. You pick it up and place it in your purse.
What is this?
I'm not sure. Hand it to me and I'll take a closer look at it. Oh, this is what we call a press pass. Very useful. We ran out of official press passes. This is a business card for low fats, but if you wave it in front of a cabbie, he'll take you where you want to go.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency.
Don't touch. One notice reads, when covering formal events such as embassy parties, please dress appropriately. We've had complaints about reporters who refuse to dress properly at social events. One of the notices reads, some of our employees have been asking for a 40-hour work week, as has been proposed by Mr. Henry Ford. This is not an automobile factory, this is a newspaper. News happens 24 hours a day, and we need to report it. One of the notices reads, stolen, 1 Victrola, reward offered, no retribution will be exacted. One of the notices reads, Dr. Darwin DeLoring will be hosting a symposium, Jazz, the Charleston, and Other Sins of Our Times, to be held in the cafeteria next Tuesday. All repentant souls are invited to attend. It's your official New York Daily Register News Tribune reporter's notebook with index tabs for people, places, and things.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? Heard about that new Air Commerce Act that was just passed? It's the one that provides federal aid for airlines and airports. I find it unfair. The government doesn't subsidize hard-working taxi chauffeurs. Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
A man sleeping under a newspaper. Judging by the strong smell of alcohol, you deem it wise not to light a match in his presence.
Excuse me, sir.
Don't bother me, lady. I'm sleeping.
Tickets to the policeman's ball now available. Contact Officer Friendly. Wanted by FBI, Al Capone. Approach with caution. Contact FBI for details. This support column is also a handy place for posting notices and announcements. Please remember, as of June 15, 1924, all Indians are now full citizens of the USA. Please respect their rights and privileges. Thank you. Let's be careful out there. This is the inside of the police station. Needed, volunteer with aeronautic training. Opportunity for co-pilot on first transatlantic flight, Roosevelt Field to Paris, next spring. Contact C. Lindbergh, Hamilton 6656.
Pardon me. I'm looking for some information.
Well, take yourself down to the library then.
Pardon me, Sergeant, but I happen to be a reporter with the Trib.
Oh, well, strike up the band then. Look, lassie, I've been out with my dogs all day, and I hadn't had my lunch. And I got better things to do than to jaw with some slip of a girl reporter. Go on with you now.
Sergeant Dennis O'Flaherty is the desk sergeant on duty today. He's shuffling papers, putting on a good show of looking busy while his mind is elsewhere. The paper is full of old news and a valuable coupon. A coupon for a free sandwich from Luigi. You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam?
It reads Taxi Operator's License, New York Taxi Control Authority. The bottom of the license reads, License renewed September 5, 1926. The driver's name is Rocco.
Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
A man selling corned beef sandwiches from a cart.
Hot corned beef, get you hot corned beef sandwich.
Is that corned beef lean?
Lean corned beef. This is the leanest corned beef in the city, maybe in the country. So lean the cows she keep on tipping over. You wanna buy a corned beef sandwich, lady?
I believe I would like a sandwich.
Mamma mia, another coupon. I'm gonna go broke. What a crummy idea I had. That's the last time I advertised in a newspaper. Take your sandwich and get out of here before I change my mind.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
You look so hungry. Here, take this.
Sure, and there's a corned beef sandwich on rye. Bless you, lassie. Don't mind if I do. Sure, and it tastes fresh too. Mmm.
What can you tell me about the speakeasy?
Now, I don't know anything about a speakeasy. Not in this town. We run a clean city here. But there are some nice places where a lady like yourself can sit and relax and enjoy a bit of the high life, if you know what I'm saying. Of course, some of these places are restricted, don't you know? So you'll have to be giving them the right signs so they know you're okay. But just mention it Charleston and you're in like Flynn. You got that now?
I think so. Thank you kindly, Sergeant.
Don't mention it. And I mean it now. Don't you go mentioning it. Not to anyone.
I'm looking for information about a man named Ziggy.
What would a lass like yourself be wanting with scum like that?
Never you mind why. I'm just looking for information about him.
I suppose it's no big secret. Not round here, anyways. Ziggy's is a first-class little ratfink. Couldn't cut it as a crook on his own. Now he has to go around spoiling it for the rest of them. Nasty little big mouth, though he does seem to hear an awful lot. If you're looking for him, he's the kind of man what hangs around in speakeasies. Not that we have any in New York City, mind you. We've got these places closed up good and tight.
Do you know anything about a Detective O'Reilly?
I should hope to tell, miss. What with him being the detective on duty here today. His office is right over there if you're wanting to talk to him.
What do you have on a Pippin Carter?
I've never heard of the fella.
What can you tell me about the burglary at the Leyendecker Museum?
I'm not covering that case, miss. Why not ask Detective O'Reilly about it? He's the one you should be talking to.
You knock politely. You hear the muffled response. Come in.
Sure and begorra, I'm Detective O'Reilly. What would you be wanting then, lass?
I'm Laura Bowe from the New York Daily Register News-Tribune. I'm looking into the burglary at the Leyendecker Museum, and I understand you're handling the case. Would it be possible for me to look at your report?
You can't be a reporter, lass. You're a girl. The Trib only hires men.
I am a reporter, sir, and you can check with my editor, Sam Augustini, if you don't believe me.
I thought that Crodfeather guy was going to be writing the robbery article.
Crodfaller was assigned to it, but the story is mine now. Can I see that report, please?
It's very technical, lass. I don't think you'll be learning much from it.
Thank you for your concern, Detective, but I'd like to be the judge of that.
You're a determined girl. I'll say that much for you. Have a look, then.
The file on the Leyendecker Museum burglary is nothing more than a single handwritten page. It mentions only one stolen object, the Dagger of Amon. The burglar or burglars left no fingerprints or other clues. Their method of access to the museum is unknown. In summary, the police are baffled about the burglary at the museum at this point. Some parts of the report seem vague. The report is signed by Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly.
There's only one page to this report. Where's the rest of it?
That's all of it right now.
It's rather vague, isn't it?
Good police work takes time, and I'm a very busy man. I haven't had time to follow up on the burglary. So what if a museum loses a knife? There are people being murdered left and right in this city, dropping like flies. Cars are being stolen, booze is being smuggled into speakeasies. Pedestrians are being mugged, firebugs are burning down half the city, they're running out of grapes at the corner market, and I've got a headache. And you know who gets to investigate all the crimes in this district? Me! So I don't need any nosy reporters hanging around telling me my reports are vague, girlie.
Well, excuse me.
Talk to the desk sergeant if you have any more questions. I haven't got time for you right now.
What do you know of an Archibald Carrington III?
Can't say as I've heard of the man, miss.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? Have you heard about that transatlantic radio telephone conversation between New York and London? Imagine hearing someone's voice from that distance. Modern technology, oh, it just amazes me. Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
So what's your name, little boy?
Biff.
My, what a nice name.
There appear to be shops on either side of the quaintly painted storefront, but none of them hold your interest. This youngster looks like a real roughneck. He appears slightly older than the other two boys, his brown hair wild and unruly, and a look of studied indifference on his face. The indifference is heightened by the nonchalant way he's burning ants with a magnifying glass.
This nifty baseball wouldn't be of any use to you, would it?
I don't know. Let's see it. Not bad. I'm not sure about this Bob Roos signature, but it's not a bad imitation. Stitching integrity is about 89%. Want to trade?
That's just what I was thinking. I could use that magnifying glass you boys are using.
Hey, Scram, we're using this glass.
Have we got a deal?
Okay, why not? Here you go.
Hey, what a jip! Now how are we gonna moidalize these ants?
Ease up, Stinky. We're almost out of ants anyway. Then we'll go to Old Man Meadow's place and bust up his windows.
Yeah!
Thanks, lady. Pleasure doing business, witches.
Thank you, young man.
You pick it up and place it in your purse. This unruly little roughneck is merrily crushing ants by rolling a baseball over them and making falsetto shrieking sounds.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
I was just wondering, do you work here?
Yes, ticket, please.
Pardon?
Ticket, please. You here to pick up, yes?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just looking around.
Okay, look all you want. Looking is free, laundry not so.
Ever been to the Leyendecker Museum?
Of course, low-fat big contributor to museum. $2 every year. Some customer also work at museum. Wolf Heimlich, security guard. Very important.
Anybody else from the museum ever come here?
Yes, let me think. Woman doctor, Greek name. Olympia something. Magilakari Miklos? Yes, that's it. Olympia Miklos. Not know what she do at museum, but she work there. She and Mr. Heimlich sometime come in together.
Have you been there recently?
Not been there in, must be almost a year. Whoa, time to send in another $2.
Besides Mr. Heimlich and Dr. Miklos, are any of your other customers museum employees?
Not think so. Oh, wait, how could I forget? Yvette Delacroix, very lovely lady. She work at museum.
So you do the laundry for Dr. Olympia Miklos?
Yes, spooky lady. All black clothes. She nice, but scary.
Do you know Yvette Delacroix?
A small smile flickers over Low-Fat's normally inscrutable features.
Why are you smiling?
Low-Fat have arrangement with Yvette. Laundry for free.
And what do you get in return?
Once more, Low-Fat seems to smile slightly, his eyes refusing to meet yours.
Is it something private?
Low-fat not one to kiss and tell. Enough said, Kay?
I won't tell anyone. I'm sure whatever it is, I've heard it before.
He whistles an unrecognizable tune and deliberately looks away.
Tell me about Wolf Heimlich. What's so funny?
Nothing. Wolfie funny. Funny man. Take himself very seriously. Stand up straight. Act like soldier.
What else can you tell me about him?
Occasional bloodstain. Never sweat. Very tidy. Only see him once in a while.
Do you know Detective O'Reilly?
Ah, Detective O'Reilly. Very smart man. Funny. No matter how clean I get his clothes, he always look dirty.
Has Ziggy been in lately?
Ziggy? No Ziggy come in here. Would remember name like that. Sound like good name for comic strip though.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? I had Al Jolson in this taxi last week. He's starting work on a movie, The Jazz Singer, where you can actually hear people talking. I don't know. I don't think it'll ever replace radio. Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
You see that the fundraising party will begin at 7 p.m. You're so impressed by the entrance to the famous Leyendecker Museum that you can barely restrain yourself from reaching out to touch it. This door is locked. The fabric is soft and silky. There was silence supreme, not a shriek, not a scream, scarcely even a howl or groan, as the man they called Ho told his story of woe in an antediluvian tone. Lewis Carroll.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? Looks like a nice place, but I live in my taxi, so I don't really know anything about it. Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
Drink Moxie. It's good for you. It's locked.
We're closed. No deliveries. Secret word.
The password is Charleston.
Well, why didn't you say so? Come on in.
I want to marry an archaeologist and keep his artifacts.
It's Krona Jensmith, the amazing dancing chanteuse.
And deserts and weather out every storm. If he wants me to, I'll burrow and dig on burial small and pebble big. Oh, I want to marry.
He's sitting at one of them tables, miss.
What a marvelous gig. Mommy would love him
A
and
nervous man with shifty eyes.
we'd be famous and well-to-do. Oh,
Are you
I want
Ziggy?
to marry an archaeologist. Then I could book it too. Wahoo! I could book it too. We'd play peekaboo.
Do I look like an encyclopedia? I don't know nothing about that.
Questions are
Do I look like an encyclopedia? I don't know nothing about that. Do I...
Have you read that new novel by Ernest Hemingway?
You mean The Sun Also Rises, his novel of post-war disillusion? Of course! Ernie and me go way back. He ran that book by me before it ever got published, and I told him it's a real corker.
Crodfella? He's an old pal of mine. What you want to know? All I know is that the Egyptian pig sticker was heisted from the museum.
Do you know anything about Egyptology?
The only Egyptian I know is an accountant named Ramses Najir, something like that. He bugs me sometimes by asking me riddles. I can never figure him out.
What kind of riddles?
Well, today Ramses came in and asked me a two-part riddle. What's the room you leave without entering? And what's the room you enter without leaving? As usual, I told him I didn't give a hoot about his silly questions, so he left.
That's the accountant from the museum. Spooky hi-hat kind of guy. I think he's a cop. Never heard that name before, Toots. Never heard that name before, Toots. I heard somebody heisted that Egyptian pig sticker from the museum. Rumor on the street is that it was an inside job. That's the guy who found that fancy pig sticker in Egypt. Never heard that name before, Toots.
That's the new president of the Leyendecker Museum.
Greetings, madam. I can motivate you to your destination if you can prove that you're a reporter or if you have American currency. To what location would you like to be motivated, madam? I had Al Jolson in this taxi last week. He's starting work on a movie, The Jazz Singer, where you can actually hear people talking. I don't know. I don't think it'll ever replace radio. Thanks for traveling with us, madam. Have a pleasant day.
Hi. Good morning, miss. I'm Steve Dorian.
I'm Laura Bow.
Boy, do I remember that guy. He supervised the unloading of the Egyptian crates from the ship. It was a bunch of stuff for the museum, and he was real protective about it. I also remember a fat Egyptian guy in a funny hat who kept pestering Mr. Carter. I think his name was Tut. I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Mr. Carrington came in on the Andrea Doria. I remember because he had the heaviest steamer trunk I've ever lifted. And it smelled funny, too. Gave me a big tip. Then that rich lady picked him up in a taxi. He called her the Countess Waldorf Carlton. She's the rich lady that picked up Mr. Carrington. That's where Mr. Carter's Egyptian crates were going. Nice place. Ever been there?
Actually, I'm attending a fundraising party there tonight.
Sounds like a formal party. What will it cost to get in?
I don't know. I'm covering it for the newspaper, so I get in free.
I thought the museum was closed today.
It is, but the party isn't till 7 o'clock tonight.
Sounds like fun. Enjoy yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work.
The nameplate on the impressive steamship identifies it as the Andrea Doria.
My goodness, has this taxi ever been cleaned?
I cleaned it out 2 years ago. You got a problem with that? Yeah, I'll take you for a ride if you got the dough or if you can prove you're a reporter.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Okay, Toots, where can I take yous? Look, lady, I'm paid to drive yous around town, but I don't like talking to the passengers.
Are you familiar with the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton?
Familiar with her? I don't think I could even repeat her name.
What do you know about that handsome stevedore, Steve Dorian?
Lose that funny look in your eye. Anybody working down at the docks is trouble with a capital T. Don't wait till it's too late to find out. Sorry, but I don't know anything about that.
Do you know Yvette Delacroix?
Cripes, how do you know about her?
I heard she was...
Look, that was long ago and far away, okay? The room was dark and I was not married at the time. I don't know how you know about that, but I don't want to hear another word about it.
My goodness! Very well, forget I mentioned it. Do you know anything about Dr. Olympia Miklos?
Sorry, she's Greek to me.
Do you know Wolf Heimlich?
That one doesn't strike a bell. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take yous for a ride if you got the dough or if you can prove yous as a reporter. Okay, Toots, where can I take yous?
Have you ever met the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton?
No. Have you met Shin Wang Li?
No.
That was fun. We play again sometime.
You wouldn't happen to know a rather striking young man named Steve Dorian, would you?
Not think so. He must go to other cleaner. Sound like you sweet on this Steve.
I'm simply investigating him.
Ho! You detective? Low Fat think he see something pretty detective lady not see herself. I not good person to ask about that.
An old laundry claim ticket from Low Fat's Chinese Laundry. It feels like thin cardboard.
This claim ticket 2 years old today. You very lucky woman.
almost give this clothes away. It'll be ready Tuesday. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Ancient Chinese joke.
Actually, this isn't mine at all. I found this claim ticket just a little while ago. I'd feel badly if somebody would have come back for this.
You worry for nothing. Nobody come in for 2-year-old laundry. Lady who owned this dress probably dead by now. Ha ha ha.
You're a strange man, Mr. Fat, but I kinda like you.
A size 7 evening gown in the latest style, even though it sat unclaimed in low-fats Chinese laundry for 2 years. Some fashions never go out of style. The gown feels silky. While this is an interesting approach, it serves no practice. You straighten out your dress. Appearances count.
Please not to touch me. My wife, very jealous woman. No hanky-panky in store, okay?
Yeah, I'll take yous for a ride if you got the dough or if you can prove yous as a reporter. Okay, Toots, where can I take yous?
What can you tell me about Yvette Delacroix?
Now you keep away from Yvette. I haven't seen the girl in ages, and I don't plan to see her again, so you just let sleeping dogs lie. Ah, well, I wouldn't be knowing anything about that.
Do you know the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carleton?
She's a very well-to-do lady and one of our finest upstanding citizens. Never had a chance to meet her personally, understand.
Is there anything you can tell me about Steve Dorian?
Sorry, this be the first time I've even heard the man's name.
Sergeant Dennis O'Flaherty is the desk sergeant on duty today.
I know I always feel a little better after I've had something to eat.
There's no denying that, miss. Now, what was it you were wanting to ask me?
What do you know about Wolf Heimlich?
Doesn't sound familiar to me, miss.
Yeah, I'll take yous for a ride. Okay, Toots, where can I take yous?
We're closed. No deliveries. Secret word.
The password is Charleston.
Well, why didn't you say so? Come on in.
Never heard that name before, Toots.
Hiya, dollface. Looking for a good time? It's your loss, Toots. I'll be right here if you change your mind. I have a cramp in my leg. Could you massage it for me, honey? Oh, yes. Touch me again. Oh, yes. Touch me again. Oh, yes. You haven't seen the Countess come into the speakeasy yet, have you? I've been waiting here for hours.
The Countess?
Yeah, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton. I'm supposed to meet her here.
Sorry, haven't seen her. But if I do, I'll be sure and let you know.
Thanks, Toots. You won't find Ziggy in here, dollface. This lounge is just for women, if you know what I mean. You have a sexy voice, Toots, but I don't know what you're talking about. You have a sexy voice, Toots.
What do you know about the Countess?
She's a nice old broad, loaded. She's married to some high-class museum bigwig, but she can't get enough. Know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
You're pulling my leg, right?
No, I'm not pulling anything. I'm not that kind of girl.
Well, you're trying to pull something, sister, and I don't like it. I'm not answering no more questions about the Countess. You have a You have a sexy voice. You have a sexy voice, Toots, but I don't know what you're talking about.
While this is an
What are you looking at, kid? Ain't you ever seen a women's lounge before? Nice body. But where did you get those clothes? Salvation Army?
You straighten.
You look so cute in that outfit. It makes me want to scream.
The partition is bolted to the floor, so you can't move it. You've also decided to leave your old clothes here, just in case some poor unfortunate should come along who needs them more than you do.
If you're looking for your old clothes, you won't find 'em. I threw 'em out. You haven't seen the Countess come into the speak...
The Countess?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks.
It would be very rude to interrupt her while she's performing.
Artifacts warm. I travel with him through jungles and deserts and weather out every storm. If he wants me to,
I'm sorry, miss. I'm too busy to talk right now.
burial small and careful feet. Oh, I want to marry an archaeologist. What a marvelous gig.
Your perky demeanor and thorough technique are making you a first-class detective. There is not enough memory available right now to show the About screen.